Hi there. So you need to observe your students during a simulation, and to do that in A134 we have three network cameras ready. One is in the OR, one is in the ICU, and the other is in the ward. To control them and to view them, you can use the PCs stationed in the control room. They're each labeled as well as their monitors, so you know which one corresponds to which camera and which station you need to use. The ward camera, PC, and monitor are closest to the door. The ICU are in the corner, and the OR is on the far side of the control room. So, to start those PCs, you just turn the power on and log in with your own credentials, like you would any computer in the school. And then you have to find this icon that says Network Camera Recorder with Viewer Software Lite. May not be in the exact same position on all three laptops, but this is the icon you need to find. And you double click that, and it will, in short order, bring up our camera. So this is what the view is of the ICU camera right now. That's where I'm sitting at the ICU computer. So to control this camera, we can very easily use our mouse. By left clicking, I can reposition the camera and it'll center itself on where I've clicked. So you can see I'm clicking around here, and wherever I click, the camera centers itself. Now one thing to note is up in the upper left here, you see the date and the time. Now when I click, watch that upper left hand corner. Notice that it turns into coordinates for a short time. While it looks like coordinates, I cannot click again. I can, but nothing will happen. So you'll be frustrated sitting there clicking. So you have to just wait the 2 seconds until it turns back into the time and date. Now if I refocus on the SimMan, I'll show you how you can zoom. So zooming is very easy. So to zoom in, you use the wheel on the mouse and you scroll up or away from your body, and that will zoom in. So you can see that the cameras are quite high fidelity. We can see pretty good detail all the way there. That's as far in as it gets. And then to zoom out, you just use the scroll. You scroll the mouse wheel back or down or towards your body, and that will zoom it out all the way. These cameras can rotate 360 degrees. All you have to do is continue clicking on one side of the screen until they get all the way around, remembering that you can't click while it's showing coordinates. You have to wait until it shows you the date and time. So here we are at the back wall. Keep going around. We'll see the control room here. I am behind that mirrored glass, and we'll keep going around, and in a few more clicks we will be back at the SimMan, and you'll see that it definitely does go 360 degrees. And here we are. I'll click on his face and it will refocus down on him. Now a couple of buttons to take into account here. Up here we have this full screen or maximize button. So the arrow is pointing out from a little box. Click that and the whole screen is now the camera image. To return from this view to the interface, you hit the escape button on the top left of your keyboard. Another button to take note of is this one up here, this down arrow. It's to minimize it into your taskbar, and that way we can see if there's anything else you're using on this PC. You'll be able to access it. And just click again on the network camera recorder icon at the bottom now to get that back up. And you will notice here at the bottom on the right, the volume I do have muted. There are people in the lab, and if I had this unmuted, we would hear from this mic here, we would hear all the sounds in the lab, and that would be on the recording. So I'm keeping this muted. Generally it wouldn't be muted. And finally, the other important button to check for on this interface is this close button. It's the close the door to exit. So when we're done, we click close, and that's it. And that is how we use the cameras.